everybody, this is Tina. Welcome to my video today, you guys. I am going to be making a card for you, and I'm going to be using some new product out of the holiday catalog, and I wanted to share this with you, the seasonal lantern stamp set. I've used the Pick a Pumpkin stamp set. I've been using this quite a bit, and I love it. So we're going to use both, but I really wanted to dive in and use this seasonal lantern set. And so what I did, because this set feels a little intimidating, and I saw some cards made with it, and when I actually saw the stamp set, I had an idea right away for it, but then when I got the stamp set and the die set, I felt a little bit intimidated. Like it kind of, I was like, oh, there's like a lot of pieces. I'm not sure about this. So let me get some lights on here for you guys, and then let's look at this. So up here, the black pieces are all die cuts. So this looks like a mess, you guys. I'm super sorry. I probably should have put things down a little bit different, like when I stamped everything out and then I did the die cuts. I probably should have organized it a little bit better, and I'll keep that in mind for next time. But I'm thinking that this is something that I might do for you guys, where I stamp things out and I die cut them so you can see. I think that helps to like see like what the dies do and what the stamp does. There's definitely some pieces from the stamp set that then are not die cut. So I don't know, you guys let me know if you guys like seeing that, like if the visual of everything cut and stamped kind of helps. I don't think that I'll do the stamping or the die cutting on camera with you guys because it's kind of boring. But I definitely like seeing the visual of this all laid out. So this is the stamp set right here. So let's go through this stamp set and then the die set. So my desk is super messy because I've been trying to put this card together. I have the other lantern piece somewhere. I'm not sure. It's on my desk somewhere. But so this is the stamp set. And there's lots of pieces in here. So there's a total of 36 stamps. It's really amazing. And then the dies look like this, and then there's one more die that does the lantern. It's this piece right here. Pretend that's a die. I cut this in several different, I cut it in some champagne glimmer, or not glimmer paper, but foil paper. I cut it in black. I did several things with it. So right here you can see that you can stamp the lantern and then cut it. You can, here's the dove. So there's an outline and then there is the colored part, like the solid part. You can cut that out. So the nice thing is that you could stamp these images that have the outline and then the colored in part. So you can use them both ways. You can either stamp them in the color outlay right there and just die cut it, or you can do it in the colored image and then die cut it. So that's really nice. So lots of pieces are like that in this set. So we have the bow, and then there is a bow. I believe there's a bow die cut. Did I miss it? Let's look at my actual die cuts. Yes, so there is, it did not make it on this sheet. So there is a bow die cut right there. And then there's like an, what are these called? Not acorns, but pine cones that you can do again the same way. And then there's a die cut. There's these flourishes that you can do the die cut. These are really pretty and they cut out beautifully. And then there's also this candle, the Hanukkah candle, and then there's the tips of the candles. And see, like I could have been better about putting these things together so you could tell like which images went together. But here's the candles. Again, there's no die cut for this image, but these work together. And then the other thing is there's this candle. You can die cut the candle and put it in the lantern. You can stamp it. There's that part of it. And then there's this part of it. And then again, you can die cut it. And then there's this image right here, which is super pretty. This piece comes out of this piece. And then there's also a piece that comes out of there. This piece is the one that was in there. And it looks like it's about the same size, which is kind of strange, right? I would think that like it would be a little bit different sizing so they could layer together, but that's this image right here. So the other thing that you're gonna find in this stamp set is you're gonna find this really beautiful corner You're gonna find a couple dots here, and then there's a couple images like this, and I'm assuming, I'm not exactly positive, but I'm assuming this goes around the lantern somehow, or like it's a decorative image. So you can see it's a really good stamp set to have. It has lots of images and lots of different things that you can do. So I wanted to make a card with you guys. I immediately had an idea when I saw this lantern. I love fall decor. I wish that it's one of those moments where during the holidays, I wish that I just had like this big huge house that like every room I could do a bunch of decorating in. Our house is fairly small and I'm actually out of room to buy like more decor for like the holidays. My husband keeps telling me like we don't have any more room, like there's no more places to put any holiday decor. But I love looking at holiday decor and fall things, and I had seen something that I was like, that would make such a beautiful card, and it reminded me of this set. So let me share with you guys what I've done, because I already have a bunch of pieces here. So I'm starting with a soft sky card base, and it's actually going to open like this. It just happens to be the piece of cardstock that I had left. And then what I have here is a piece of Night of Navy, and I have used my Big Shot, and I've ran an embossing folder over this, and you can see it's the brick looking image. So that is embossed right there. We're going to layer that together. I die cut the lantern. The background piece is cut in vellum, so it's see-through, which I thought was so fun to do. And then the lantern part here is cut in the champagne foil paper, okay? So I put those together. Those are already together, okay? And then I have a bunch of pumpkins here. I just ended up stamping out and cutting up a bunch of these pumpkins in different colors. And then we're going to be using those. So the only thing that I couldn't figure out how to do for this particular card layout is my greeting. So originally I was going to use this, the Autumn's Greetings, but it ended up not fitting. So what I did is I pulled out a stamp set that is not from Stampin' Up. This is a Lawn Fawn stamp set, and I love Lawn Fawn stamps. I have several of them, and I never have a chance to use them because I run out of time with all the products that I'm using and featuring. But this is one that I got, I think 2 years ago, maybe last year. I don't know. I got it right when it came out because I loved it, and the pumpkins and the wagon. I just thought it was so cute. And it has a die set that goes with it. But I just used the Harvest because I needed a sentiment that would fit, and I just didn't have any with my Stampin' Up stuff. So I grabbed that Happy Harvest, and I have this just stamped and then cut in a flag. So let's just go ahead and put this card together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by layering these two pieces together because there's nothing else that I'm going to do with them. I thought about adding some ribbon to this, but I think that will be too much. I think there's a lot going on with this card as it is, and so adding ribbon will be too much. So the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's the soft sky card base. The Night of Navy piece is 4 by 5 1/4, so that's giving me just a really nice layer. And I can press that down, and then we can start kind of building this scene. So the image that I saw that I thought was so cute was this lantern on a porch. It was like a porch fall decor scene, and it was like these lanterns that sat on the porch, and then there was these pumpkins all around the lanterns, and I thought it was super cute. So I wanted to kind of recreate that on a card. So I'm just using some of my liquid adhesive kind of around the places that the other die is covering up, because this is vellum, the adhesive is going to show through, especially because it's dark cardstock. So I'm going to set this kind of in the corner here. That adhesive, it kind of got a little crazy. No, that's down. I know it's a little shiny, that my light is really catching that. And then I just thought I would layer these pumpkins on here. So I did some pumpkins in, this one is in Peekaboo Peach. We have crushed curry. I have Cajun Craze. I just thought it would be fun to kind of layer these up all different ways. I have pumpkin pie. And I even did a pear pizzazz pumpkin. I thought maybe like to make it look like the pumpkins are kind of sitting on each other, kind of like that. And then this is where figuring out a sentiment to work in here, I started kind of struggling because I wanted to use autumn greetings, but I didn't want that lantern covered up. I thought maybe it could go over all of the pumpkins, but I thought that kind of defeated the purpose of all the pumpkins being there. And then I thought about maybe tucking it behind, but then the greeting wouldn't show. And then I also felt like, just to walk you guys through my process here, I also felt like there was a lot of space here. Like I really wanted the sentiment to be here. So one thing that I could do if I was wanting to use this autumn greetings one is I could go ahead and stack them. And I could totally cut my autumn greetings apart. So if I wanted to stack them, that's probably what I would do, is go ahead and cut my autumn greetings apart. And I do this a lot of the time where I just snip apart a photopolymer stamp so then I can use it in a different way. So I snipped that apart. Now I could stack these now if I wanted. Or if I wanted to use them as a full long greeting, I could still do that. But then I also can use this Happy Harvest. Not loving that. Like now I'm not loving it, you guys. So let's put the rest of this down. Let's put these pumpkins down and then we'll see what we can do about Okay, you guys, I did something totally different. So I had that piece that came out of the lantern and I used it to layer the autumn greetings. I totally changed my mind about using this sentiment. I don't know, maybe this one actually would have been better layered on there. I just decided to do some layering and it totally helped to cut this sentiment apart. So I don't know if this was a fail for me or not. I don't know if this card was a fail. I definitely like the idea of layering these things together and using these two stamp sets together. I also like the idea of using this stamp set in a Project Life pocket, like a 3x4 pocket. So I don't know, you guys tell me what you think, if the layered greeting works. I don't think that it does. I don't know, you guys. So I just like sharing with you guys my process when I have an idea. I think what I'm going to do is rework this card because I think that the idea has a lot of potential. So I think I'm going to rework it and then maybe I'll do a Facebook Live where I put together the different card after I rework it. But this was like literally my very first idea for this stamp set and I love it. I'm so glad I picked it up and I can't wait to do more with it. So I think there's like lots of great Christmas ideas for this. And I love all the little pieces. I think it's a great value. So when you get the stamp set and the die set together, you can save 10%. So that's what I did is I got the bundle together. And then I also got the Pick a Pumpkin bundle together so I could save that 10%. And again, here's a couple, like here's the black all cut out. I just think it's really beautiful. I love the idea of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the card. Let me know in the comments below if you think this was a fail or if you're interested in seeing me kind of rework the idea and do another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. I won't be back tomorrow. I'll be back Wednesday with another card set and I'll be talking about my classes on the go. And then for Friday, we'll dive into Memory Keeping Friday and we'll do some stuff for that. So I hope you guys are having a great day and I will chat with you later.